You guys recommended me a bunch of beginner drift cars, so today I'm testing all of them to see which ones I can actually control. Probably none. But I don't know, I just want to pick a favorite car out of the bunch so I can take it onto my practices. First, let me just explain for the ones who don't know. I got my sim wheel actually like a month ago and I'm an absolute beginner at drifting, but I really want to learn. And in my first video and also in my shorts, people have been commenting with some car packs that should be better for a beginner just like me. So after a little bit of filtering, I decided to split this video into 4 different car packs. I'm not going through all the cars in the packs, but I will pick probably 3 or 4 the ones that I think that I will like the most from each pack. So today we will be testing cars from Bad Driver's Crew, also known as BDC. Name fits perfectly for me actually. We have Gravy Garage, the World Drift Tour Street, or more known as WDTS. And to top off, we're gonna test out some Virtual Drift Championship or VDC cars. So we will first start off with the BDC pack with the S13, and I gotta say, I love how this car sounds. That turbo sound, that chew.
That was embarrassing.
Feels amazing. I don't even know. I don't have the words to describe it, man. And even though it feels a bit heavy, overall it feels really good to drive. At start it was a little bit hard to get the hang of the car, but after a bit of time I was able to link up some turns, which felt awesome. I will give this an overall score of 8 out of 10. Really solid. Moving on to the next machine, the E36 M3. And this thing feels way more powerful than the S13. And I also get the impression that this car reacts faster to the throttle input, but maybe that's just me. I had a really good start with it, and I gotta admit, even though the S13 felt more consistent, I'm having way more fun with this one. It also might be because whenever I'm able to build a project car, I would like to build a Drift E36 or E46. So I gotta give this one a 9 out of 10, man. I love this car. So now it's time for a really famous one, the 350Z. And I feel that I should like this car, and you might roast me for this, but I hated it. I already don't like how it looks. It feels heavy, but at the same time you can lose control really easily. But that's just me experimenting as a beginner. Don't throw any stones. So I will have to rate this with a 3 out of 10. So to end my BDC experience, I decided to take the R32 because I really enjoyed the looks of mostly all Skylines, to be honest. But again, I felt a bit disappointed because the car felt a little bit too big, but it also kept really good angles. I don't know, I feel that overall this is a nice car, but I think that I can put it to use when I have some more skills into this. This one takes the 6 out of 10. So this was the end of my BDC experience, so let's move on to the Gravy Garage pack. It should show up. I'm doing this for special effects later on. We will start off with the 180 SX. And right off the bat, something was feeling off with this car. I tried to tweak a few times the tires pressure, and I think I got really close to a good setup, but still it didn't click for me. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments if I should set up these cars in a special way or a different way. I don't know. Maybe it was just me being bad.
I am overwhelmed.
I will give it a 5 out of 10, but closer to a 6, like it's scratching that 6. So we move on to the Miata. And this one already feels way much better than the 180SX with the default settings. It seems that it's more controllable and easier to keep the drift. It's not the best one I tried so far, but definitely a lot of fun. 7 out of 10 for this little cute Miata. So now it's time for the S15. And this one sounds really good, just as the S13. But this one, when it's hitting the limiter, it has a bit of a weird sound to it. Turning in this car feels really good because it feels really responsive to the steering. But overall, it did not convince me. So this S15 ends up with a 6 out of 10. Let's try this beast now, the 200 SX. This probably is the best from this pack, at least from the cars that I tried. And it was with this car that I actually missed like having a shifter. Like if I had the shifter, I think it would be a way better experience, but that will be for a later video when I get the full setup with the e-brake, shifter, clutch on the next one. So for the 200 SX, I will rate it with a 7 out of 10. So that puts an end to the Gravy Garage cars. Now it's time for WDTS. What better way to start than with the real OG, the AE86. And this car made me feel the real importance of throttle control because, man, just a little bit of extra gas and you're spinning out immediately. I had some fun with this car, but still, I didn't feel that connection that I was hoping to it. So the OG takes home a 5 out of 10. I'm so sorry, guys. So, since I tried the S13 and the S15 from the other packs, I had to give the S14 a chance as well. And I had a really great start with it, so I was feeling good. Until I hit the next few tries and sucked really bad. Still, I could feel the potential for this car and I had some really good runs at the end with it. So, this makes the S14 a 7 out of 10. Kinda in between the other two, so it fits nice. Time to jump in the R34 because honestly I felt bad for the R32 from the other pack, so I want to give this one its fair shot as well. But it tanked completely. It was even worse than the R32. Feels heavy, I couldn't link turns. I just could not get used to this car. Feels bad, but this R34 will go out with a 4 out of 10. So now I'm taking the C33. And to be honest, I didn't even knew that this thing existed, but it kinda looked good, so I decided I would give it a shot. And even though it felt weird at first, this car feels really responsive and I was getting some unexpected good drifts with it. So for this little piece of surprise, we will give it a 8 out of 10 in the ranking. That was it for the WDTS pack, so now it's time for the VDC car pack. And this pack was not that much recommended, I have to be honest. I think there was one guy that commented about this one, but it's a pack that I hear a lot in videos and whatnot, so I really wanted to try them. So I decided to pick up this beautiful Corvette C6. And just as expected, this is straight up just too much power. I cannot hold any drift at all. This is definitely not for beginners, but it also gives me some perception on what I need to master for the future. I don't even know how to properly rank this car, but since this is a video about cars for beginner sim drifters just like me, I have to give this car a 2 out of 10. And after this Corvette, actually my expectations were really low with this pack, until I hopped in the Evo X and pulled a really good drift right at the start. Damn, I even thought to myself, like, maybe I'm not that bad, maybe I can actually control these cars. But this thought vanished immediately on the next tries while I tanked everything. Still, since it raised my hope on controlling these things one day, I will have to give him a 3 out of 10. Next on the list, it's the RX-7, and this looks like a beast. It looks amazingly good. Bro, look at those flames. Just look at it. I mean, it's super hard to control, but I was still able to pull some few good drifts. Actually, when I have more skills at drifting and I can start picking up these cars, I think I will start with this beautiful thing. And this car was able to pull a 4 out of 10. And don't forget, guys, the ranking is so low because it's just a lot of power for a beginner to pick up with this car. So, last of them all, but not least, the R33. And of course, the hopes were low also because I didn't like the other ones from the other packs, but I don't know. I guess I like to torture myself every now and then. And surprisingly enough, this felt way better than the other Skylines I tried. And it's still pretty hard to control, but for some reason I was having quite some fun with it. I even drove till I was almost out of gas. Still, I think the RX-7 would be a better pick for me, but this car definitely compensated for the other Skylines. 3 out of 10, and just because of the excessive power. So that was it for our test drive. So now let's go to our final ranking, which is divided in 3 different categories. So we have most likely to kill me. We got the VDC RX-7, most beginner friendly. This will go to the BDC S13, most fun to crash, which I will give the title to the VDC R33. But definitely my favorite car of them all, and that I will start using daily, will be, drumroll please, editor, the BMW E36 from the BDC pack. I love this car, man, and that's the thing, it kind of kicks in because I really want to have one in real life. So what better decision than to start using in your simulator, right? And also, if you are liking this video, what better decision could you make than to press that lovely subscribe button down there, hey? So now that I picked my favorite car from all of the packs, I want to address something that a lot of you guys have been mentioning.
Why don't you try it in first person? You should get a good first person.
And I want to change that. And also because this is the complete drifting experience where you are viewing it from the cockpit view and not from a third person, which is not realistic. So a lot of you guys commented that I need neck effects, and to be honest, I didn't even know this thing existed, so saw a quick video with some settings for drifting and off I go. I could immediately feel the difference when I enter the car. While steering, you can see that the camera rotates while you steer. And although it seemed awkward at start, I was really getting into it. And I gotta be honest, I'm completely hooked.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I can get a really good feel for the car, a better view of where I'm going, and pull some really good drifts. Of course, there is still that spin out or crash every other drift, but damn, I wasn't expecting that this would feel so good. I think that for the next evolution, I really need to get the shifter, clutch and handbrake, but man, the progression is so real. I remember my first day where I couldn't even control one turn. So all I can say is, you guys were right. I feel that right now I have a really good combo of a good car that you guys suggested, and also using cockpit view, which makes it the most realistic experience possible. And that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to do something a little bit different this time, but also this wouldn't be possible if you guys weren't this awesome and give me so much recommendations and tips and tricks, and keep them coming. Keep them coming. So once again, thank you for all the help on this journey. Don't forget to press that like button, and come on, subscribing never hurt anyone, right? Come on. See y'all later.